Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm very sure you're coming here because of this vlog, so I trust that you are going to be enjoying this platform and this particular scene. All right, so this vlog is all about how my 2022 has been, how I ended my 2022 and how I began my 2022. So trust me, you're going to be enjoying this section, and make sure that you learn something from this section. So welcome back. My 2022 lessons I learned in 2022, a whole lot, but I'm going to be saying few of what I learned and the major thing. I'm going to say that I learned a lot, yes, and this 2022 has been the most peaceful year for me. I was able to discover myself this year, and I know that I'm going to be putting them in practice in 2023 by the grace of God. So I learned a lot, and I realized that there are some things that are not meant to be known by outsiders. Honestly, I found myself being more peaceful to myself, being more withdrawn. It's not because I am feeling bad or somebody offended me, but I just learned that being alone at times actually works for you. You are able to work more yourself. So 2022 actually taught me that at times you only have yourself, because I really struggled alone on myself 2022. No friends, no much of families, no much of people. Like, I was just myself alone, trying to grant things and all. Even when I was looking for a job this 2022, it taught me a lot that I learned that people are very important. People are very, very much important, and I'm going to be talking about that in my achievements and going in the next interview. Like, it's actually very, very good for you to have good people around you, and also make sure that you discover yourself first, because it's only when you discover yourself first that is when you can have a purpose that you are fulfilling, honestly. So I've already learned how to discover myself. I learned that I don't need much people. I don't need quantity, like plenty people, as people used to say. You need quality people, the right people in your life. So that was the major thing that I learned, and I learned that whatever you want to achieve, you have it in your hand. You can always achieve it. All the things I achieved 2022 was because I made the decision to achieve it. And always take risk. You cannot be on your comfort zone and want everything to be fine and well. No, you have to be able to take risk and also take some decisions that you yourself, you know that yes, I made the decision and I will pay off later. So these are major kind of things that I learned 2022, and it actually pays off for me, right? It actually pays off, and I'm glad that I did. So next to the second one, what the toughest, right? Okay, the toughest decision, because I already said decision now. Toughest decision. Well, the toughest decision that I made 2022 was to God, hey, I made some decisions 2022, guys. It's even myself, I'm still wondering, am I the one that made the decision? Because it was not just me. I believe that it's just God. I just believe that it is God that was directing me. All my years, this 2022, God has actually been my map. Yeah, I'm going to say God has been my map, because I was not doing things alone. I was carrying God along, and trust me, God listens. God hears you. I don't want to be emotional right now, but God hears you. Like, whatever you say, and always prophesy good things, because I prophesied a lot of things this year. I said I was going to do this. Yes, I did have the resources. I didn't have most of the resources, but God was just coming through for me. Is it right from the decisions I made? The first decision I first made, bam, was me leaving my program and Unilag to go for other certifications that was aligning with my mass comm career. It was so tough for me. Just imagine somebody that has been in the campus, like Unilag, and all of a sudden I said, okay, Unilag, I think it's time. Just hold on for me. And I was going for other certifications. It's one of the toughest decisions. Tell me, try, and I'm looking okay, like, oh, I don't care. I care, because it really got me, like, wow, am I going to really leave this program to go for this? But you can't have your cake and eat it. You have to always decide on what you want, and trust me, only people that are focused that can make it in this life. That's what I believe in, that you can only have one. It's either you take one or take one. My boss Jack Bell will always say something. He says you decide. It's your decision in this life. If you want one, you go for the one. If you want the other one, you go for the one. Whatever decision you make, it's on you. So I decided to leave the program and go for other certifications, and that was when I went to MBA. And trust me, God really is in this world, because I met beautiful people, I met lovely people, connected, like connections I met, the people that I met in MBA. God, guys, I know many people will be watching this. Like, I'm so proud that I even went to MBA, because I was able to learn a lot, to know more people, good people, quality people, and that was how it was. So that was the first decision, toughest decision I made. Then, hey, the second decision I made, tough one, was me leaving my radio career. Oh my god, this 2022 was so a lot of things to me. I left my radio program. Everybody knows me as a broadcaster, right? So I'm always going for radio. I have my own program at Hanko. If you know me so well, you know that that's what I do from the beginning, and that's what I've been doing since 2019. Yeah. So I had to let it go. It was hard. It was very tough. I spoke to my father. God bless that man for me. I said, Daddy, I just got a job. That was when I got a job. I got my job around May. Yeah, I started job May. I said, Daddy, I got a job, and it's looking as if I'm going to be leaving my radio. I'm going to be leaving the home. And that was when I left home too. Said, I'm going to be leaving home and all. He said, don't worry. And that was then, ASU was on strike. So I was not even bothered. ASU strike February, and then I was even done. I was already done with my certification, because I started my MBA basic presentation January, and I think it ended March. So they were still on strike, so I was still having time for myself. So the May, I got a job, and it was the most true connection. That's why I say always know good people. It's very, very good. You get why, So I made it was a decision that was hard for me. Even people were like, do you want to do this? You want to leave? I said yes, because it was not easy. I had it in mind that I was always going to be sending my audio. I was doing it for a while. It was still easy for me. But as the work was getting choked, nobody told me before I left, like, Oga, I want to leave this thing. So it is a decision I have to make. So I had to stop my radio programs, and it was very tough for me too. That was the second decision I made. And the third decision that I made was to finally it was hard though. Okay, my fiance knows now. I was always telling you that, hey, before I get married, me, I would have done this. Before I get married, me, I would have had be a PhD, have my masters, have my DC. Let me just tell you guys, always let God just plan for you. Always have your own plan though. It's always good to have your plan, but always follow the plan of God. Because if anybody tell me today that I'm going to be getting married soon, I'll just be laughing. Now, what are you saying? You're saying rubbish. But yeah, I am. I'm getting married very soon, and this is the toughest. I'm not gonna say toughest. Is it a decision? Well, maybe, but it was something I was not expecting, and I didn't know it was going to be very soon. And it was one of the hard decision. Hey, I'm going to be a mother soon. I'm going to be a wife soon. Hey, I'm going to be an in-law to somebody soon. Like it was just there, So it was actually one of the biggest decision I also made thus far, and I'm very sure I'm not going to regret. Of course. So those were the major decisions that I made 2022, and I'm very sure that I'm not going to regret them, because I have peace within me that yes, all these decisions I made was for good, and with the grace of God, I'm going to be fine. So that's the second decision.